Alright, I'll go out and say it. I'm probably the best and worst person to review these. The decision to buy these camber arms was one very typical of most purchases from eBay. It was made late at night or early in the morning, lying in bed with a laptop on my chest and a credit card within arm's reach. No, at the time of purchase, my car wasn't technically assembled, but I did know that I wanted to go low beyond practicality while maintaining very little camber in the back. And if I learned anything from my old 240 and how multi-link works, then acknowledging the impossibility of doing something like that with factory suspension arms need not be done. Since I'd be using this as a daily driver and drifting it occasionally, I knew that whatever suspension arms I bought for the car had to be beefy, or so I thought. So that's how I ended up here, these EMUSA lower control arms. At 75 US or 115 Canadian before shipping, you can't really go wrong with these, even with the shitty Canadian dollar. These arms feature 2 points of adjustment. One on the outside is a threaded fork, and the other on the inside on what looks to be a ball joint style bushing. The centerpiece, the actual control arm, is made of steel. It was once one big chunk of steel rod that was milled out and threaded, so it's beefy. Like, fucking really beefy. Considerably beefier than the stock unit. But, again, we'll get back to that. Installation was pretty straightforward. At the time we were installing it, the differential was out and being welded, so it went in with ease. With the diff in, it seems as though you'd probably have to move it out the way or shift it to the side to get the inner portion in. Adjustment is simple. Due to the threaded rods on both ends, you can just grab the center by hand and spin it and adjust the camber that way. So, here's the thing. I had these on my car for a few months, tracked to plenty, drove the car every single day, and they fit. Both of them. On both sides, the threads pulled right out of the fork, right on the welds. It was shitty. One actually snapped on the track going off pretty lightly, but I managed to get it welded back together and continue the day. That being said, I'm not disappointed in this product at all. The arm braking was obviously a huge issue, but it's a bit of a catch-22. From factory, BMW designs this arm to brake. It's purposely built to be the weakest component of your rear end, so if by any means you bump into a curb, go off track, or do something out of the ordinary back there, that easy to replace thin and brittle arm bends, breaks, or snaps before you, I don't know, bend a trailing arm or break a bearing or a knuckle or something. So yeah, this arm broke, but it could be argued that it was just doing what it was designed to do in the first place. The rest of the suspension was saved and unbent due to this arm breaking. Calling this company out on the rigidity of their product would be wrong, since in making these they had to make them weak. EMUSA is at a bit of a win-win here. Either the arm is super strong and you risk breaking everything else, to which point you, the consumer, will tell and show off to all your friends about how good the arm is, or it'll break, snap, bend, and you'll sit there on the side of the track, pissed off, discouraged, angry even. You'll sit there angrily fucking up your new alignment while you pull 2 pieces of the arm off the car to get your buddy to weld them together with a random gasless MIG welder on the side of the track and be forced to accept your fate. You got yourself into this mess. What else could you expect? Because of this paradox, I can't really recommend or not recommend this product, but I will say that I bought a second set and reinforced them.